As time goes by, there is more and more LGBT plus representation in media. We are seeing more and more queer and trans characters becoming genuinely interesting characters instead of just the butts of jokes. And it's great to see all the positive representation that's been sprouting up. However, there is one letter in the LGBT plus community that is still pretty underrepresented. Okay, well technically, there's obviously multiple letters, but we're talking about this one. We've got our gay characters. We got lesbian characters. Trans characters. Non-binary characters. We have all this representation, and yet there is much less asexual representation. Sure, it exists, but it's much more rare compared to these other things. And there's also much less positive ace representation. And I think it's just as important because ace people are also discriminated against much more than you probably realize. So today I'm going to go over 4 ace characters in animation, which is basically all there is as of the making of this video. I would talk about other forms of media, but then I would have to talk about Jughead, and I highly doubt you guys want to hear me rant for 5 minutes about why erasing his asexuality in Riverdale gets on my nerves. So let's hop in. Controversial statement, but I really don't like Peridot's representation of asexuality, which is really weird because it's Steven Universe, a show with a ton of great LGBT plus representation. However, Peridot doesn't quite reach that bar. Her being ace honestly just felt more like an excuse for her never fusing rather than a shot at actual representation. Also, there's no statement from Rebecca Sugar. The confirmation of Peridot being aromantic and asexual was from a storyboarder. This would be fine if they actually represented Peridot in this way. However, there are multiple moments in the show that actually hint at the opposite, such as in this moment in Raise the Barn.
I was bending over backwards to make her feel better. Watch this.
That is good.
Oh yeah, she loves this.
You cannot watch that clip and say it doesn't feel the slightest bit suggestive. There's also this clip in Too Short to Ride.
Find cute roommates in your area.
I'm all set, thanks.
Now, this could be read in multiple ways, possibly even hinting at her being aromantic, but it is also important to note that this episode took place while she was roommates with Lapis in a barn. I don't and never really have shipped Peridot with anyone else because I typically stick to more canon relationships or the rare occasion where I think two characters have more chemistry with each other than with their individual relationships. But I can still definitely see why so many people did and still do ship Peridot with other characters, specifically Lapis. Because it was hinted at. Aromanticism and asexuality is a spectrum, so Peridot could be these things and still have some form of attraction, like feeling attraction to others, but overall it just feels more like an excuse for her never fusing than anything else. Anyways, let's hop into the next one. This one is a bit controversial because of all the recent buzz around our favorite sponge being gay. However, it is important to note that the original creator did confirm that SpongeBob is asexual, just like real sponges. Now, it is also possible that SpongeBob could be asexual and homoromantic, in which case that's double the representation, but I still find it phenomenal that one of the biggest cartoon characters of all time is canonically ace. In all honesty, I haven't seen enough episodes of the show to tell you whether or not I think it's good representation. But I also don't think it would come up much anyways because that's not what the show is about. The show is about the comedy and the wacky scenarios, not things like the sexualities of the characters and more serious things. Either way, I still wanted to mention him in this video because he is one of the most important and influential cartoon characters of all time. Alistair is one of the main characters of Has Been Hotel, a web series here on YouTube. I actually made a video about it, which I will link in the cards and description. As of the making of this video, the only episode that is out is the pilot, which is about 30 minutes long. There is also a spin-off pilot, a separate music video, and a prequel comic. However, the music video and prequel comics follow Angel Dust, the spin-off is its own separate thing, and Alistair doesn't even officially get introduced until towards the end of the pilot, so there isn't much to go off of. We do have official confirmation of Alistair's asexuality in the form of this tweet from the creator. He has also been speculated to be aromantic, but that's more kind of up in the air as to whether or not it's canon. I've seen lots of conflicting things online. We'll just have to wait and see for that. Because he was barely in the pilot and his scenes were more about building the rest of his character, his asexuality barely comes up, with the only real hint at it being this little scene.
And what can you do, my effeminate fellow?
I can suck your dick.
Ha! No.
You're lost.
This is kind of like SpongeBob, where I can't really say a concrete opinion because I haven't seen enough. But I do like the representation from what we've seen so far, and I look forward to seeing how his asexuality is portrayed in the show. Now, I have saved the best for last. So, without further ado, let's jump into what I consider to be the best asexual representation in animation, and possibly in media as a whole, as like the making of this video. Todd, one of the main characters of BoJack Horseman, is canonically asexual, and I really like how they represented it. Y'all wanted more BoJack content, so here we go. In the season 3 finale, Todd is on a date with his friend from high school, Emily. During the date, this happens.
Todd, can I ask you something?
Of course.
What's your deal? I feel like you like me, but you don't like me, but you like me, and I don't know what that is. Are you gay?
Whoa, why would you even...
You can tell me if you're gay, it's fine. This isn't the 1600s or some places in the present.
I'm not gay. I mean, I don't think I am, but I don't think I'm straight either. I don't know what I am. I think I might be nothing.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I really like this scene because it doesn't just like flat out say that he's asexual. He's visibly confused and trying to figure out, which I can appreciate because I was confused too before I came out as being gray sexual. Figuring out your sexuality can be pretty confusing, and I like the journey that Todd takes figuring himself out. In the first episode of season 4, he even actively denies that he's asexual. Another thing that I can relate to.
You don't need an app. Just hang out with me.
Todd, you're great.
What a way to end a sentence.
But I want a boyfriend who isn't asexual.
Whoa, why did you call me that?
No, it's not bad. I didn't mean it negatively. I was just like stating it.
I'm not,
and...
that word doesn't necessarily describe...
Okay, I'm sorry. Whatever you call yourself, you're my friend and I support you.
Again, I love how it's not just a thing that suddenly comes up. He's not just suddenly going, I am asexual during season 4. It's a process of him figuring it out. In season 4 episode 3, he officially comes out for the first time on screen to none other than BoJack himself.
It was shitty what you did with Emily, but I think I'm asexual.
Asexual what? Dynamo? Deviant? Harassment lawsuit waiting to happen?
No, asexual, not sexual.
Oh.
I'm sure you think that's weird.
Are you kidding? That's amazing. Sometimes I wish I was asexual. Maybe then I wouldn't have a strain of herpes.
You have multiple
Yeah, I know I have
strains.
multiple strains, but the joke only works with the A.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud. I am an asexual person. I am asexual.
That's great.
I don't know if I'm ready for us to be friends again yet.
Oh, okay.
But we can be more than not friends.
You know, for an asexual, more than not friends is probably as good as it gets, right?
Yeah, I'm not really at a place yet where I want to joke about it.
Got it, totally.
But it feels good to talk about it.
I also really like BoJack's reaction here because it shows that even though he was a horrible person, he would never be discriminatory like that, which I appreciate. Of course, BoJack does get better. I made a whole video on his redemption, which I'll link in the description and cards, but it is nice seeing these little scenes of kindness and acceptance throughout the first 5 seasons. Anyways, back to Todd. I like how they explain the difference between being asexual and aromantic because lots of people seem to get confused or think that they're the same thing when they aren't.
I'm marrying Courtney Portnoy this weekend.
Wow, great.
That's
Todd,
amazing.
Good for you.
I know it's pretty wild for an asexual to get married, but...
Not really. John and I are aces and we're married.
Really?
Yeah.
Our wedding was nautical themed.
Why nautical? Is that like an asexual thing?
No, man, we just really like boats.
Asexual just means you're not interested in sex. Some asexuals are also aromantic, but others have relationships like anyone else.
Why would asexuals want a dating app?
Well, not all asexuals are aromantic.
Think of it this way. One could be aromantic or be aromantic while also being asexual or be asexual. So you could be BB or BA. As for me, CAB. See? So, even within the 1% of the population that's asexual, there's an even smaller percentage that is still looking for romantic companionship.
Seems like a pretty thin user base for an app.
But without it, asexual romantics might end up settling for just whatever other asexual romantics they might meet.
By the end of the series, he gets together and moves in with a rabbit lady. I forgot her name, I'm sorry. I think her name was like Maud or something. I think that was really cool of him to write that in, because showing that asexual people can be in loving relationships just like everyone else is very important. Also, while it does become a part of his character, they don't turn that into like his defining characteristic or anything. He's still good old goofy Todd, always getting himself into absurd situations on accident. Overall, they did a really good job handling Todd's asexuality. Now, for kind of a fun little ending to this video, I'm just gonna rapid fire some characters I headcanon to be ace. I did consider going over popular headcanons, but then I would have to talk about Charlie Weasley, and I am so sick of J.K. Rowling's crap that I don't feel like making Harry Potter content for a hot second. So here are some characters that I headcanon to be asexual. Also, I am not saying that I think that these characters are also aromantic, so please don't screech at me in the comments for the characters that have relationships. Pidge from Voltron. I'm only about halfway through season 1, so I don't know if this goes against canon, but as of now I'm headcanoning her to be ace. Bo, Hordak, and Entrapta from She-Ra. Petey from Steven Universe. This one's a deep cut, but Billy from Parkside Prison. It's a Minecraft web series. I haven't watched it in years, but it did make an impression on me because I really liked it for the first 3 seasons. Elsa from Frozen. And I also think that she's aromantic. I hate the franchise. Link to the movie reviews are in the description and maybe in the cards as well, but I'd honestly be shocked if Elsa ends up in any relationship with anyone in any potential future movies. One last one for good measure. Brainy from Supergirl. If you don't agree with any of those, that's cool, but also not worth yelling at me in the comments over. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. Goodbye. Hey guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up or just leave your honest feedback. I'm not gonna force your hand. Again, with not forcing hands, you can comment if you want. You leave your feedback, but again, not gonna force you, because first off, I physically can't, and secondly, why would I? That's mean. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm like in a weird mood recording this video, so like if I seem way too kind of energetic compared to my other video essays or videos in general, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm tired. I'm recording all the audio for this video at like 3 in the morning. It's the devil's hour. But I hope y'all are doing good. I'm very energetic right now. Things that you say during an end card. Subscribe if you want to. Again, can't force your hand. Won't force your hand. And also, if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, hit the notification bell. Basically, all I upload nowadays is these video essays. I sometimes stream on Twitch, and then I upload the archives of those to here. Updates on how everything's going with me getting testosterone and stuff like that. I'm starting testosterone on Thursday, August 6th, I believe. So it is maybe possible that by the time this video is out, that I will be on T. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this video. It's stressful. I'm recording this on the 2nd, so in 4 days I'll be on T. This end card is really long. I'm sorry. Yeah. and I also upload. I'm working on an animated series. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Yeah.